channel. Today we will discuss the anatomy of clavicle bone. It is one of the upper limb bone. So let's discuss the anatomy of the clavicle.
Clavicle is also known as the beauty bone.
Functions of clavicles are: it supports the shoulder so that the arm can swing clearly away from the trunk, and also it transmits the weight of the limbs to the sternum. So main important functions are support and transmission of the weight. It's long bone. Now the peculiarity of the clavicle bone. The peculiarity of clavicle bones: it is the only long bone that lies horizontally. It is subcutaneous throughout. It is the first bone to start ossification and also a last bone to ossify. It is the only long bone which ossify in the membrane. It is the only long bone which has two primary centers of ossification. There is no medullary cavity in the bone, and occasionally it pierced by middle supraclavicular nerves. These are the peculiarities of clavicle. It is either right side or left side. How to determine the side determination? Okay. So clavicle have three parts: medial end, lateral end and shaft. Medial end is quadrilateral and expanded, whereas the lateral end is flat, whereas middle or shaft is curved. Two parts: medial 2/3 and the lateral 1/3. Medial 2/3 is convex forward, whereas lateral 1/3 is concave forward. So the clavicle, this clavicle is belong to the left side. This clavicle is belong to the left side of clavicle. Clavicle contains three parts or divide into the three parts: medial end, lateral end and the shaft. Shaft is again divided into the medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. Now first lateral 1/3. Lateral 1/3, this part having two borders and two surfaces. Two borders are anterior border. This is the anterior border. This is the posterior border. This is the posterior border. Anterior border and the posterior border. Two surfaces: upper surface or the superior surface. This is the smooth. This is the upper surface is the smooth, and the inferior surface or lower surface is somewhat roughened. Okay, this is the rough surface and this is the smooth surface. That is the superior surface and the inferior surface. Inferior surface contain one elevating part, and this elevating part is known as the conite tubercle. This elevating part is known as the conite tubercle, and the lining, these are the lining, and these linings are known as the trapezoid ridges. These lining are known as the trapezoid ridges. This is the trapezoid ridges. On the lateral end, this also known as the acromial end, which contain a facet, and this facet is articulated with the acromial process of the scapula to form the acromioclavicular joint, which form acromioclavicular joint. Medial part of the clavicle, which having four surfaces. Four surfaces are: this is the superior surface, this one is the superior surface, this one is the inferior surface, this is the anterior surface, and behind posterior surface. Superior surface, inferior surface, anterior surface and posterior surface. Four surfaces are there. On the inferior surface having a groove, and this groove is known as the subclavian groove. This groove is known as the subclavian groove. Along with that subclavian groove, here is a foramina, and this foramina is known as the nutrient foramina, and the clavicle is rounded and expanded, which attach to the sternum and form the sternoclavicular joint. Along with the sternoclavicular joint, the border of this part is attached with the fibrous disc or fibrous capsule. Along with that, which contain a articular disc and passes along with the interclavicular ligaments. Okay, this is the medial end which attach to or articulate with the sternum and form the sternoclavicular joint. This is the lateral end or acromial end which attach to the acromial process of the scapula and form the acromioclavicular joint. And attachment of the lateral 1/3 of clavicle, the anterior border, along with the anterior border, the deltoid muscle is originated. Along with the anterior border, deltoid muscle is originated. On the posterior border, along with the posterior border, trapezius muscle is inserted. Trapezius muscle is inserted. On the inferior surface, there is a conite tubercle and trapezoid ridges. Along with that, our attachment to the conite tubercle and trapezius, that is the trapezius part and conite parts of the coracoclavicular ligaments. Coracoclavicular ligaments part, that is the trapezius part and the conite part, which attach to the conite tubercle and trapezius ridges, that is the coracoclavicular ligament. This is the to the medial 2/3. Medial 2/3, that is the superior surface which attached to the or originated of sternocleidomastoid muscle. The clavicular head of sternocleidomastoid muscle is originated from the superior surface of clavicle, and pectoralis major is originated from the anterior surface of the clavicle, that is the pectoralis major muscle is originated. Now behind or inferior surface having the groove, this groove is known as the subclavian groove. In this subclavian groove, subclavius muscle is inserted. In the subclavian groove, subclavius muscle is inserted. Here is a foramina, and this foramina is known as the nutrient foramina, from where the branch of suprascapular arteries passes. The branch of suprascapular arteries passes for the nutrition purpose, that is the from nutrient foramina. Only long bone which contains the two primary center for the shaft. It is the first bone in the body to start ossify. Okay, so the two primary center of the shaft, they appear at the age of 5th and 6th week of the intrauterine life and fuse with each other at the 45th day of intrauterine life. That is the two primary center for the shaft, and one secondary center for the medial end, which appear during 15 to 16 years of the life and fuse with the shaft at the age of 21 to 22 years of the life. That is the secondary center for the medial end for the clavicle. These are the ossification of clavicle. Anatomy or applied anatomy of the clavicle. Clavicle is commonly fractured at the edge or at the junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. This is the commonest site of fracture of clavicle, medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. That is the commonest site of fracture. Now, next one is the clavicle may congenitally absent or imperfectly develop, so that there is a condition is known as the cleidocranial dysostosis. This condition is known as the cleidocranial dysostosis, in which the shoulder get drooping, where shoulder get drooping. So these are the clinical anatomy of clavicle. So this all about the clavicle. Thank you very much for watching this video.